gave the invitation, that you gave the invitation to be with you live, and I saw it in enough
I'm
time.
so glad that you did. I know. It's like we met on the bus in Costa Rica, right? Going to Sueño Azul, like I don't know how many years ago, millions.
Exactly.
But we were practically neighbors growing up in Boston. Wouldn't it have been cool if we had connected back then?
And how many times does the universe say, okay, you were looking left instead of looking right, so let me try it again. You were looking up instead of down, or so how many possibilities show up, and what do we choose? So it's such a delight that the possibility of coming on a coffee or tea with you, and I got the
Yay.
tea,
Yay. Cheers.
showed up, and I didn't miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you, Kass. And right now you're in Italy?
I am in Rome. In Rome,
Roma.
Italy, yes. Roma.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And did you have a good holiday?
Yes, and it's still going on. The on Italy, you celebrate on the 24th. So you have the dinner on the 24th with the family, and then you have a lunch on the 25th, right? Did I say
Mhm.
India or Rome?
You said Europe.
Europe, yeah. Well, in Italy for sure. And then the 26th is a St. Stephen's Day, so it's a holiday as well. So it's a Monday holiday. And the last day of Hanukkah, the first day of Kwanzaa, and then we're coming up to the new year, and then it'll be the Chinese New Year coming up. So it's just such a lovely, warm period. And for the first time, I've been calling all my family and friends around the world, and here we are together, my
Isn't that
darling. So
nice?
cool.
Yeah. It's nice to feel like celebrating and then have all these possibilities of celebration. And, not to buy into the forced having to celebrate, but actually truly choosing it. It was really fun this year for
Absolutely.
us. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I usually, I did gifts in a different way also. Sometimes you feel
Mhm.
like you have to do that with the gifts, get the gifts for everyone that's coming. And, there were a couple of the fiancés of the two family members that came, and I just gave them gifts. Oh, it's just different, so that's so funny. And sometimes people say, oh, why wait for the holiday to be connected, and it's like, what, and can we also use that?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
such
Because
a
some people
lovely
are,
post of Dane here, gratitude for Gary Douglas. It was delightful, and yeah.
mm, yeah, some people are really alone on the holidays too. Like, there's so many extremes that are going on. I remember the day before, the 24th, I needed to go to the store to get a couple of things for our Christmas brunch. And there was such anxiety in the air. It was crazy. I was like, whoa, this is interesting. Awareness, expand. And then Christmas morning, the 25th, my daughter and I got up to watch the sunrise. And there was
Oh,
such a peaceful, like, oh, I was like, oh, thank you. Thank you for this. And like the whole day, we were just happy and easy, and things, changed, plans changed a little, and we just like rolled with it, and it was fun.
absolutely. I
So,
got such a delicious massage, I think
mm,
on Thursday, right, the 23rd, and from a wonderful lady, a bars facilitator, and she was spending the day, Christmas Day, with her doggy
mhm.
alone, so whatever works for people, and it's not always easy for everyone to be with others, you know
Yep.
and so maybe they're choosing it, but definitely choose it, and don't feel badly about it.
Yeah.
Whatever warms you up, warms your heart, connects you with you and your body and the planet, and enjoy it, right?
It's so true. I also, one of my traditions that I started in the last few years is is making lasagna from scratch, some spinach lasagna. So it's red and green, and my
Oh,
kids don't
love
eat meat.
that.
So, it was festive. And I make the noodles and I make everything. And it's usually such this like tedious hassle, to do all of this. And I'm like, can somebody help? And this year they went on a hike with their dad, and I just started making the stuff, and it was so easy and so fun, and it came out amazing, like better than ever. And it's really your point of view as you approach something. I was having a really good time, and I was really happy to have the house to myself for a few hours. So
I bet it was more delicious than ever,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
I
really was.
mean, but people think, oh, energy. I mean, now everyone's talking about energy, but if you're being that energy in line with your vibration and whatever you create, it's going to be unique, right?
Yeah.
So I wish I were there to have some of that lasagna.
The homemade noodles just melt in your mouth, and like you mix it with your hands, and it's like doing SOP with it. Oh my gosh. It was just so much fun. I had a great time.
Are you still doing art?
Yes, yes.
Gosh, I still remember. It was like maybe 10 years ago. I don't remember my art class. I think it might, I'm not sure if it was my first art class, but it was certainly my last art class that I did with you in Costa Rica. And it was so delightful the way that you invite people to explore their way of being artists, And, a lot of times, you know, we have the point of view. My mom, used to draw horses all the time for my sister. She's
Mhm.
not my daughter this lifetime. She's my sister this lifetime. And my sister is an amazing artist. So I was like, oh, no, I don't, I'm not an artist, And so that was and the tools of access that first class with you was when you were, showing me, oh yeah, that's great. And what if you did a little bit like this? And so just opening up possibilities. So you're so brilliant with that, darling.
Aw, thanks, Cass. I think that was like 15 years ago. That was a long time ago. Yeah, for sure.
Wow. And
Because
and
yeah,
what about 2023? 2023,
I
who can
know.
it be?
It this year was a really interesting transitional year for a lot of people. And one of the things that I've realized is that while I let go of a retail space last year, this next year, I think I want to create a different kind of space, because I really love having a space and having people come to that space, because it creates a different energy. And where I can do art classes and access classes and everything in it.
It's an interesting. I love that you're saying that because, um, what is it that we can let go of, right? That would open the space for something different and something new,
Mhm.
and really be in line with the change that's waiting for us, right? So I'm looking at some places here. I play tennis, gym, and at the tennis club, there's a yoga teacher who works with people who play tennis, and she's just opened up a new yoga studio. And I just did a 3-day body class in Paris at a yoga studio,
Mm.
so it's got a great. So I'm thinking, I asked her, I said, hey, can I do some bars exchanges there at that studio, which I've never done before. I do them here
Mhm.
at my house or
Right.
in somewhere else, doing in another country or city, doing a class. But to have a place where I actually can do bars exchanges, bars classes, because it's so delicious to get bars.
Mhm.
And so I think that yeah, we're moving in that same line and vibration. And what what have we never chosen up until now, right? That will really just open up lots of ease and joy and
Yeah.
glory. Yeah.
Yeah. So what is it that you're looking forward to next year?
Well, on January 19th, I'm going to get a doggy.
Really?
Yes.
Ooh, that's a big step.
It's a huge step. Labrador doggy.
Wow.
I just saw him last week. I don't have a name for him yet, but I've really just always wanted a doggy. And since I was, a child living with my parents and my sister and even my grandparents, I haven't had a dog. And I
Mm,
love animals. I love birds. I love, uh, um, uh, doggies, cats, and I really would like a doggy. And I get that it can and it will change my life. So it was my Christmas present. Yeah, so that 2023 is going to be quite different, the beginning of a different year. And the animals, they're so the doggies, they're so amazing. So yeah, and I'll be going to India. I'm going to go to do the advanced body class with Simone Milasas.
oh, wow.
I haven't done a full one with her. I did in Paris a few years ago when she and Grace were doing it for with Gary. So this will be my third one in a year, an advanced body class.
Wow.
And I'm always doing like 3-day body classes beforehand. So I'll be co-facilitating that. And I
Mm,
love India, and just like Julia, what is who is it? What is it that, we're so busy working sometimes
yeah.
that we actually don't engage with, or people we don't connect with, and is now the time to really be connected with the things and the places and the spaces and the people that you know fill your heart with warmth and your life with ease and fun and
Yeah.
joy. So that's my New Year's resolution, if you like, and so that's what I'll be doing. A lot of people, will are inviting, and I'm asking the questions. Truth, if I choose this, what will my life be like
Hmm.
tomorrow?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
I think that maybe you should come out here and do a 3-day body class so we can have a little taste of Cass magic here.
What? Because you wish they all could be California girls. You're the only one that knows that song. That would be awesome. I'm actually was talking. I'm going to be going into India with Dr. Glenna Rice, and she said the same thing you said. I think you should come out here to California. And my goddaughter's out there with her little baby now in California. So
Yeah.
I would love, love, love. I haven't been to California in years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It needs some different energies, to perk up and wake up the people who are here, I
Sleeping,
guess.
right? Wake up to
Yeah.
sleep. It's cool.
Mhm.
Oh, I would love
Yeah.
to come. I would love to come, and I'd love to see you. And I think I don't. I hope it wasn't the last time I was in California that I saw you, because that was,
No, I
when we
think I
played
saw
tennis
you in
together
Rome
in
for
Roma.
one
Yes,
show
but
a
I'm
couple of
saying
years.
in California, I
Oh,
was in California with you and your house and playing tennis or going to the tennis camp,
oh
right? With
my
my
God,
husband. I
that's
know we've had so many. I know, but when there's a lot of things you don't remember, but when you do remember things and people,
hmm.
it's the universe knocking on your door. So thank you
Yep.
for bringing that up, and let's see what happens, my darling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
what
kind
we
of fun too, because like I think of all the different continents that we've met on. Remember, was it the Beyond class in
Australia? No.
Australia?
Wow.
Remember that? That was like 12, 13 years ago or
It
something.
was beyond the 7-day event, right?
Hmm.
It was beyond,
Hmm.
really.
It was
Yes.
Beyond. Um, and, in different places in Europe and different places in the US and different places in Costa Rica. It's kind of cool.
Yes, absolutely. Well, maybe you'll be in March, come to India. That'll be cool. Have you been to India?
I haven't yet. I haven't yet.
It's so funny because my born and raised in Boston, right? That the pediatrician who also was from India, from northern India. And so funny, never changed his accent, always had that accent. And my mom and he and my mom started a business together. She was a nurse. And I was thinking to myself, oh, I have to, before I go to India, I have to be really connected. You know what I mean? I have to really be, it's like when you have children, right? You think, okay, before you have children, you have to really be, clear. And I went to India and I was like, why did I wait so long, to come here? And so, and California, I remember when I, on living on the East Coast, they're so, vast. And then when I went to California, it was like, it feels really slow here. And then when I went back and I was like, oh no, it's just peaceful.
It is funny. It is funny. It's like, oh, wait, this is relaxation.
And at the Beyond class, I remember, Gary Douglas had said, I think it was a guy had said, oh yes, Kass would tell me when you go to Italy, you don't have cappuccino after 1 o'clock. And so Gary had said something like that. And I went up to the mic and I was like, why am I wrong for telling people about that? And I didn't want to ask that question, but I did at that Beyond, and it was Beyond. And he said, no, you're not wrong, Kass. You're always sharing with people how things are looked at in different countries and different places in the world. So anyone hearing this, if you ever think you're wrong, is it your rightness? Is it your wisdom that you're sharing with people in your unique way and your unique brand of magic? And that's what I thought your artwork was. And your lovely earrings and stuff. Yeah.
Aw. Sharing your wisdom. Yeah. I know, because you can't like push your American point of view onto Italy. It just doesn't work, right? So listening to what they do, and
Yeah. Well, they opened up a Starbucks here.
oh God. Why?
And they had opened one up, I think in Milan, and they closed it because there's like 20 different ways that they make coffee in the coffee shops. It's very different, and they're called bars. Not the 32 points on the head bars like
Right.
drinking bars,
Coffee
but
bar.
they're with it, and so it's quite different. But actually, I like Starbucks especially for the sweets. So I always say, with my 7 steps, right, to flawless communication, my 7 steps program, that you can't get you wrong. You can't get you wrong. Whatever way you do something, is your unique brand of magic. And once you connect with the earth, that's step 7, connect. And Gary Douglas said, call that phase establishing true connection. Once you connect with the earth, you never feel out of place anywhere because everyone has the same home that you do, which is here on planet Earth. So enjoy the ride and the travel, and the sun is always with us, like you had this morning with your daughter.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to get out of bed that early, and it's cold, but it's always worth it, to see the pink sky and, those first rays of the sun. It's just so cool.
Oh, delicious and delightful. I have my screen saver on my iPhone. That's the sunrise in Rio de Janeiro. And I got up in the morning. I was there for New Year's Eve. And so I got up in the morning on New Year's and I climbed up and took a photo of the sunrise. And it's just delightful. And you know what's so interesting? The sun rises every day and it sets every day. Is it ever the same? Like, oh
No,
no, I've seen the sunset. Oh no, I've seen the sunrise. It's different every day. Yeah.
I have, this is Mexico.
Oh, I love it. We have to share this. I'll do a screenshot. You do a screenshot. I love that. I love that. Were you in Puerto Vallarta? Where were you?
Yeah, that
Uh-huh.
was for the
Yeah.
last CF training.
Right. Right. Well, there's one in May in Roma, Amore. Just saying, and you can meet my doggy. Hopefully.
She's gonna be a mom.
I know. I know. It's quite interesting. It's different cats are different, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
But so lovely. I'll share the photo when we went to look at this. All these doggies were there, and we picked different ones up. And one we picked up, and he just put his heart against our heart, and he just was licking the neck, and we were like, okay, he owns us. So definitely what is showing up, and I'd love to see this new place that you're going to be, you know, looking into getting,
Yeah, I
because
wonder where it's gonna
your
be.
body will tell you, your body
Yeah,
will say,
yeah,
this is the one for you.
yeah.
And who's waiting for us, right? And if we're
Mhm.
actually listening, who and what is waiting for us, if we're actually willing to allow our bodies to communicate with us, right? That are not so mentally engaged, the bodies.
So, will you share a couple of tidbits about your 7 steps? Because I think it's such a brilliant book, and it's like small and fast read, but it's so deep.
Yes, it's a tiny, it's out in 20 languages now.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
I know, and it's so small. I've got a second book, Dancing with Riches. It's just now in 4 languages, but it's a bit bigger. And the phases of the 7 steps are connect, connect with you, because so many people, 7 steps to flawless communication. So many people say, you connect with and communicate with so many people. Can how can I do that better? That the
Mhm,
first part of that is first connecting with us, connecting
mhm,
with ourselves. So there's 2 steps in that. The first one is show me the magic, so that you can recognize your own magic. The second one is talk to your body, not at your body, but talk to your body, hear your body, listen carefully. And the second phase is, once you're connected with you, disconnect from who you are not. So steps 3 and 4. Steps 3, lower the barriers, right? Step 4, go beyond that mask or veil that you think you are, but it's not the truth of who you are. And so then once you've connected with you, disconnected from who you are not, then you can reconnect with yourself and others in a very, very different way. And step 5 is engage the universe, right? And really enjoy the abundance that's there, and know that you're not alone. You never have been, you never will be. And so you can engage, you can do the access energy flows,
mhm.
to reconnect with people. You can see things from other people's perspectives and different ways. And step 6 of that reconnect is expand your zone and communicate with your furry and invisible friends. So the furry friends are really uh, coming up for me.
Yeah,
And then the fourth phase, Gary gave me this title, is I said the 7th step is connect with the planet, with the earth. And I told him about what the 3 phases were called. And I said, so what do I call this 4th phase? He said, well, what's the 7th step in that 4th phase? And I said, it's connect with the earth. He said, well, that's establish true connection. So I'm so grateful for that. Yeah. And so I do. And it's so simple and so easy, um, and quite deep. Yeah, so
yeah.
I do classes with that, and I have some teachers around the world that are doing those classes. And I'm just coming out today with a workbook for this for the 1 day class, the prelude. It's great. It's like lots of exercises and examples in that. So it's a little bit, it's just an ebook workbook. So
Amazing.
yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking this morning about how, you know, there's certain things that we need to do to maintain our body and health. You know, people eat every day and they brush their teeth and, you know, you move around and stuff. And it's like you can let go of some of your exercise and get, you know, flabby or whatever, and then start again and build up that muscle. And I think about how many people actually think or are aware of building their awareness and like building those muscles of establishing connection and things like that, that will give them everything that they're asking for, just not in the way that they think.
Absolutely. And sometimes you have to slow down to move faster. You
Mhm.
know, because a lot of times we're looking to get something done and find the right answer. And it's like, woo, 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 right here,
Yeah.
present, right here, without having to run forward or run back, just present right here. And how much ease do you have in life? So I did a song. Did I tell you? Did I
No.
share it with you? Oh my gosh, I did a song. I just finished a second one on the 7 steps, and I did one called Dancing with Riches. I'll share it with you. It's on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify. It's by Kass Simba, Kassimba, Kass Simba, me and my creator. And it's a
Cool.
great way to begin the morning. It really is. It's a nurturing way, dancing with riches, dancing with the riches of your life and connecting you with your vibe. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Well,
I know.
you'll have to send me the link so I can
I
put it in
know.
the show notes.
Oh, thank you. Oh, the show
Yeah.
notes. I love it.
Yeah.
I
The
love
show
it.
notes.
The show notes. Show
The
notes.
informal coffee talk, you know,
I
but
love that.
it's out there and the YouTube channel is growing. So how does it get better?
I love that. Well, let me definitely know. I will definitely share that too. And yeah, I was doing for a few years this coffee with Cass. What is it that we've been doing that we can now engage with other people and, that will be fun. So I'm happy you're doing this. Yeah, the ease tea, coffee or
Yeah.
tea. It's a
Yeah.
little late in Italy
Right.
to be drinking coffee.
Right. Well, you can have wine. Yeah. This was actually created when the lockdown started. And I just was like, hey, does anybody want to get together on a Zoom and have coffee? And the conversations that we were having were so cool. And I was like, well, people might want to listen and join in. And so I created it actually with my friend Nate, who was stuck in India for a couple months. And then I don't know what happened to him. He kind of dropped off the planet for a while,
He
off the
went to
internet.
Mars. Did he go to
I
Mars?
don't know where he went. I don't know where he is. Life changes, you know.
And I did see something. There's so many of these like quick reels, and one of them was like sometimes you meet someone, and it's just for that day, or it's just for a week, or it's just for a month, and
Yeah.
it's not that you have to hold on to them. And what do they open up
Hmm.
for you? That if you're not trying to hold on to it, maybe they'll show up again in a different way.
Yeah.
So let's see. And I'm happy, grateful for Nate that he's had you start this tea.
A reason, a season, or a lifetime. That's
Mm,
what they say.
yes,
Meet people for a reason, a season, or a lifetime.
love that. Love that.
Anyway, it's the top of the hour, and it was so nice to see you, really, and establish true connection. Thank you.
Thank you. Delightful and delicious as always, darling.
Have a
And thank
beautiful
you,
rest of
anybody who's
the day.
listening.
Yeah, and see you all in the other group. I'm doing out of control, 30-day out of control.
Ooh, ooh
So
la
it's
la.
fun.
Ooh la la. Enjoy it.
Okay, you too.
Bye bye.
Bye. Mwah.
Mwah.